Morning, good morning, good morning. Or good afternoon, actually, for most. I'm going to try something a little different today. I've never done this before, so bear with me, okay? Very nerve-wracking, but I just want to talk to you guys about something very near and dear to my heart, and that is God, okay? Just got out of church.
Take a slight right turn onto Adelanto Road.
And well, first let me say it was an incredible service. Got me pretty emotional a couple times, right? And I think that's just because when you get to a point in your life, right? Whatever that point is, good, bad, in between, doesn't matter. Whenever you get to the point in life where you are comfortable
at the next light, turn right.
To accept God into your heart fully let him in, right? It's just a wild feeling how, I guess, just how many things start kind of falling into place. You know what I mean? It's so think of it like this, right? You know, a lot of times we have coincidences, right? That you just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. You can't really explain it. You know what I'm saying? And that could be for anything.
At the light, turn right onto Rancho Road. Then turn left onto Adelanto Road.
In your life, war, right? So many things that truly have no explanation, right? Besides God. That's it. That's all there is to it. We are lost without him as a people.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Air Expressway Boulevard.
Long time. Lost. Very, very lost. Angry. Confused. Upset. Depressed. Lone. Like all of it, right? I grew up hardcore Catholic. Very religious. As I got older, more so, you know, when I joined the army.
At the next light, turn right.
Went to war. You know, it was pretty quick that those beliefs started to get challenged. Those pillars of faith.
At the light, turn right onto Air Expressway Boulevard.
Cracks, right? That foundation was getting rocked. I mean, we were just getting hammered from every which way. Nothing made sense. Nothing added up, right? When you're sitting there and you're watching people get killed, you're watching your best friend.
At the next light, turn right.
You're watching innocent people get killed. That might be some of the worst, right? You go out, you got to go deal with something bad that happens, and you just got chaos all around you. Carnage, screaming. I got goosebumps talking about it, man. It's not a good thing, right? Especially in a mass casualty situation. All you think of is the horrors that are running through your head, that are running through your ears as you hear them, as you see them, as you smell them. And
at the light, turn right onto Adelanto Road.
The thing that, at least for me, that popped into my head was how in the Christ is this possible? But, you know, forgive me, but literally, how is this possible that something this evil can be out there, right? That something this evil can take, in my opinion, some of the best people in the world, some of the nicest people, some of the most caring people, some of the most squared away people in the world. Oh, see, I still get a little choked up by it, but it didn't make
turn left. Then the destination is on your left.
It really threw me for a loop, and I got so angry because I didn't understand how somebody like God could do that to my friends, to my people, to these people, to these kids. You know how many kids I had to go through and just witness horrible things? Like, it's not all right. You know what I mean? It's not cool. It's not all right. Okay? So, long story short, struggled for a long time. Really, really, really long time. And spiraled. You guys know my story, right? Problems with the law, problems with drugs, alcohol. I mean, I just didn't care to be alive. I did not care to be alive for the longest time possible. There were times where I would, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I have 3 attempts on my life that I have done since getting out of the military, okay? And I'm not proud of that. But it's my reality, right? And in those moments, I didn't know what else to do because I was that lost, right? I had nothing else to hold on to. I had no foundation to fall back on. All I could do every single day was wake up, think about how miserable I was, how much I hated my life, and how much I didn't want to be here, right? All I wanted to do was die. That's it. I wanted to go be with the homies, and in my head, that was where I felt like I belonged, and that was my destiny. Like, it didn't make sense to me how I wasn't there already. So, especially all the stuff I've been through, there's way too many things that I walked away from that I never should have, right? And I know I'm banged up, and you know, they say I'm 100% disabled and all that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, to the core. We were damaged, and I thought it was a wrap. You know what I mean? All I cared about was just not waking up, and it took everything. Let me rephrase that. I had to lose everything to finally realize life is worth living, guys. Okay, it really is. It really, really is. Now I'm way ahead of my journey, right? We're talking, when I lost everything, that was 2017. I lost my kids, I lost family, I lost friends, I lost everything, right? I was facing 10 to 15 years in prison. And it was in that moment, right, that was when I realized I actually do care to live, right? I actually do want to live. I want to live for my kids. I want to be there for my kids. I want to be a good dad. I want to do all these things, right? But I had to experience that true trauma of getting everything ripped away to where I was stripped down to nothing, absolutely nothing. And all that was left, really, right, was to open my heart up, open my brain up, open my world up to anything and everything that could help me, right? Now, granted, I did an immense amount of work over the last, 2023, so the last 5-6 years, right? Even before that, but just an incredible amount of work in my own recovery since then. I have, as you guys know, right, there's no more record. I completed my veterans treatment court program, which reduced and dismissed all my charges. I have been clean for several years. I am no longer an alcoholic. I have control over my emotions, my anger. I haven't had any kind of run-ins with the law or anything in years. I mean, we couldn't ask for anything better, right? If you think about it, everything is going the way it should be going. The way I am blessed beyond blessed, truthfully, to be in the opportunity that I am in, just to be able to have chances, right, to do anything, be a parent, be involved with the community, do anything, be alive, right? I have those chances, and so that's a blessing on its own. And one would think, right, when you get better, when you get healthy, when you get sober and clean and all these things, right, your instinct, I would assume, because it was for me, right, is I should be better, right? Everything should be gravy. Everything should be 100%, right? Smooth sailing, no worries, no problems. But here's the reality, right? 99% of that was true. 99%. Everything in life has been going great. Now, it's still life, guys, right? You still have challenges. I have challenges every single day. I still get stressed out. I still get anxious. I still go the up and down roller coasters, right? You're never gonna live that fantasy perfect life. It's not possible, right? We're born imperfect. We're born to sin, right? It's our destiny. It's in our DNA. It's been passed down all the way back from Adam and Eve. It's been passed down. Generation to generation. We are born to sin. You're almost set up for failure, right? The biggest thing is you need to stop doing what you want to do, what you feel like you need to do, right? You need to open your mind, open your heart to Christ, to the Lord. And when I did that, right? And I'm not saying this was an easy transition, guys. I have been, I guess, lost in the sauce when it comes to religion since 2007, I'd say, at the earliest, you know what I mean? And it's even when getting healthy, when getting to a place in life when I was feeling good, you know what I mean? Feeling real good. Things are going good. I was still missing something. It wasn't a full circle, right? There was a disconnect. There's still a little gap. And I think in the back of my head, I knew what that little gap was, right? That little connection that I needed. But, excuse me, I don't know. I guess I wasn't ready. I was nervous. I'll be honest. I was nervous, okay? I was terrified. There was, for the last couple years, before I got back into this, I had thought about it, right? I had thought about religion. I had thought about wanting to get back into it. I knew it had always been a big part of my life. I knew in some way, shape, or form, I was still spiritual, right? I knew no matter how, and I used to make this running joke, right? I used to say, you know, me and Jesus were tight, right? But me and God, we got big problems. You know what I mean? And I think truthfully that was just a cop out kind of excuse way of saying, like, yeah, I'm confused and I have a lot of problems with this and I don't understand a lot, but clearly there's something still in there, right? That's been rooted in me since I was a child, and that I'm still almost longing for, right? Looking for. And it had to take, and I'll be honest, guys, again, it took a year or two of thinking about that, right? Thinking about it, wanting to do it, maybe read something. At one point I started watching, you know, a couple sermons online before I ever stepped a foot into a church, right? Because I don't know, I couldn't do it, right? One time I even I got all dolled up, just like I am today, right? Drove to the church, got to the parking lot. That was it. It's all she wrote. Panic, full panic, right? In my head, I'm thinking, there is no way that me, Kevin Texera, with all the crap that I have done in my life, seen, been through, there's just no way, right? That, you know, he could forgive me. You know what I'm saying? And I in my head, I'd be like, telling myself over and over, you know, he's all forgiving. You know, he's all forgiving. You know, he's this. But in here, I wasn't a believer, because in here, I felt like, and maybe even a little bit to this day, I still kind of struggle with it, right? I feel like there's just been too much sin. How can someone like me that has sinned so much, that has done so many horrible things in combat and at home, right? Hurt the people I love, hurt the people I care about, hurt myself. How? The horrible things that we had to do over there, like how? How could anybody truly be forgiven when you're this level of a sinner, right? This like you're extreme, you know what I mean? And I know for a fact I'm not the only one that feels like that. I know that. I know there are a lot of other people out there just like me, whether you got this way through the military or, you know, maybe some crime, some drug, it doesn't matter, right? I promise you, it does not matter what you have done in your life, okay? He will forgive you. He will forgive you. If you open your heart to him and you open your arms to him and you truly go in there and you truly confess, right? And you say, I've been a sinner. I have done nothing but sin. At times I've been a monster, right? But I am here to give myself to you, to sacrifice for you and to live through you. Because without you, right, I can only get so far. And I've learned that. I learned that in my own journey in recovery, I got to a certain point, right? And then you kind of like plateau. You know what I'm saying? You almost, I don't know if complacency is the right word. I don't know, plateau, whatever you want to call it, right? You get to a certain point, things are going great, right? But you know there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity to take where you're at now to the next level. Raise that up one more step, okay? Don't just get to a point where you're comfortable in your own life, to where things are going good, to where you're healthy. That's great. Excuse me, that is fantastic, right? But that is not the end goal. The end goal is to do more than that. Get to a point to where you're healthy, to where you're successful, and to where you can open up your heart to Christ and let him in fully. And you're going to be, I promise you're going to be shocked, absolutely shocked at not only how you feel inside, but the abilities and the opportunities that can come to you through this. You see what I'm saying? And look, for me, everyone has their own journey, right? Everyone has their own path, their own what they want to do in life, right? For me, my personal path now is to do exactly what I've been doing, except do it through Christ, okay? To use my story to hopefully be able to help other people, to help inspire other people that you can be that drug addict, right? Sitting in the dirty, filthy den, laying out, sprawled out, you got a needle in your arm, you're puking, it don't matter, right? You could be that alcoholic that's still struggling, that knows you shouldn't take that drink, but you just can't help it. You can be that criminal that is on the street because you have nowhere else to go and you have nowhere else to turn, right? But here's the thing. You can be all those things and still open your heart to Christ. And he is going to get in there. And he will fill you with that light. You understand? And don't think that you have to be perfect. Because that's not possible. No one is perfect. I'm not perfect. Hell, Jesus ain't perfect, right? Our pastors aren't perfect. They have struggles. We all have struggles. You're going to have struggles. You're going to be imperfect, right? But as long as we can be imperfect in the sense that when we do have those moments, we have that guy right here to fall back on, right? I'm sorry, I messed up. I slipped up. I don't know what got into me today. The sin took over. I'm not sure, but I'm here. I'm asking for your forgiveness. I'm still trying to be on the right path, okay? And I'm here for you because everybody deserves to hear the word of God. You understand me? Whether you think you're the worst sinner in the world or you think you're Mother Teresa, it doesn't matter. Everybody has the right to be able to hear the word of God, be able to let that word sink into your soul and be able to change your path. And that's it. That's all. That's really all I want to do. I'm trying to change my path, change my stars. And I think I have, but now I'm trying to take that and expand it. You see what I'm saying? I just feel like the amount of people that I can relate to and help is yeah, I think it's pretty big. You know what I mean? And I'm looking forward to it. I am. I really am. So I implore you guys, don't give up. Don't ever think that you're a lost cause or that you're bound for hell or that you're too far gone. It's not true, guys. It's not true. Nobody is too far gone for him. Nobody. You just got to open your heart, open those doors and let him in. Okay? And I promise you, you're going to be happier. You know what I mean? And I want to go on this journey with you guys. So please, by all means, if this relates to you at all, if you're struggling at all, if you're confused at all, if you're lost at all, look it. I've been there, okay? Please reach out. Please, let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's go through it together. And there ain't no like forcing this, forcing that. No. We're just here to talk. Let's just talk about it. Let's just instead of being a singular force, right? let's use the community that we have and do this together. We can do this together, guys. All right? I promise you. I thought I had to do it all on my own. I tried to do it all on my own for a long time. I couldn't do it. I had to ask for help. I had to have my community. I had to have these positive people, these positive role models, and these positive, outreaches and sources to not just continue my health and journey and recovery, but to elongate it, to elaborate it, and to just, like I said before, guys, take it to that next level. Don't ever be satisfied. Always strive for more. And I promise you'll find it. All right? I love you all. Hopefully this did something for somebody. It was super hard for me to do this. I'm not a public speaker. I don't like doing this stuff. It's very uncomfortable, but I'm trying to do it because this is my journey, right? This is what I want to do. And if I want to do this, then I need to be able to be comfortable talking to anybody, talking just like this weird, like filming yourself aspect, or just in person, so just like today after service, I made a point to make the conscious decision, the uncomfortable conscious decision, to go have conversations, go interact with people, interact with both the pastors, had great conversations with them, met this amazing woman who's going to help me link up with this incredible charity out here so I can start volunteering with them. And it's just another perfect example, right? Even though you're uncomfortable in a situation, if you take the step, right? Brave and confident. I tell my kids all the time, be brave and confident. And I got to remember that myself sometimes, right? Because look you want me to go to war? I'll go to war all day, but you want me to go try to talk to somebody or initiate a conversation with somebody like that? Like, it's hard for me. It's hard, but it's possible. And 9 times out of 10, if not 10 times out of 10, the result of that is going to be something that makes you smile, okay? I promise you. So we're in this together. I love you all. Thank you so much if you took time to even listen to this. It really does mean the world to me. And I don't know, if you guys want to hear more, I could try to do some more stuff. If you guys want to spark some conversations, let's do it. But, other than that, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my beautiful Sunday. I hope you guys do the same. Love you all, and we'll talk soon.